do not know me, I am Kelly Hurd Jewelry. I've been in the business for 30 years, but 20 of those years I was a retailer just like you guys are. I traveled around to horse shows, selling equestrian jewelry, and had a jewelry store as well. But there's a few things I want to talk to you about today. I was going to take you through the concept of jewelry, how we go from the very beginning of it to a finished product. I was going to talk to you about manufacturing. I was going to talk to you about display, and I was going to talk to you about vendor relations. So this is one of our original concept designs we had several years ago. And move on through. We no longer hand sketch it. This is called a CAD/CAM system, where we use computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, and we go through and I'll show you the finished product of both those designs. So if you look at the original concept to your left, and what the finished product looks like to your right, and the next piece here, and this is a piece that we actually manufacture from gold. We're a full in-house manufacturing jewelry company. This particular piece on the right-hand side, there was an elderly couple who had lost both their spouses. She had a tennis bracelet from her first marriage. He had a big diamond from his Masonic ring. They wanted to put something together. We designed it for them, manufactured it for them. A gorgeous piece it turned out to be. I'll take you through the manufacturing process a little bit. Every piece of jewelry that we make, and 99% of most jewelry that you find, that's either sterling silver or carried gold, starts its original life as a wax. And those are just wax carvings, which we've done from a concept. And we'll go through here and you'll see how we get it all measured out to right size. Now this is something that we do special for stores. It's called private branding. We have actually made these people, just these stores, their own particular designs. It's just for them. So that's something we offer for you as well too. And we'll go through, we go into the manufacturing process. That wax will go into a metal flask like this, and I'll pass this around to you guys. We'll fill that metal flask with like a pancake batter, we call it investment. We'll vacuum out the air for it, put it in an oven, computerized oven overnight, and we'll burn that piece of wax out. And when we burn that piece of wax out, we'll cast it into a silver masterpiece, like we have here, and then make the mold from that original masterpiece. We'll keep that masterpiece forever. So anytime we need to remake that mold, we can, and that piece of jewelry will remain the same size. We'll pass the mold around for you too. That holds true with everything that we do. And when we start to manufacture again, we'll use that mold to go back and make those original waxes again to create the jewelry. This is a piece that we've cast. It's ready to set stones in it. Again, it's one of those particular pieces we've custom done for a particular store that they can use just for themselves. We've cast it, we've clipped it off, it's all ready for the stones to be set. This was an interesting display I want to show you guys. Most people don't understand when people ask them or tell them what 10 karat gold is, 14 karat, 18 karat, or 24 karat gold. When you go to a local jewelry store, they try to sell you something that's 10 karat gold. It's not even half gold. Gold is measured in 24 parts, and only 10 of those 24 parts is gold is being used. When you go into 14 karat gold, 14 of the 24 parts are actual gold, and the remaining parts are an alloy made up of nickel, zinc, copper. And you go into 18 karat gold, it's a more pure gold. It's 75% gold, as you well see. 24 karat gold is 999 pure gold. And here's some examples here of alloys that we use both in white and yellow gold. What we do in manufacturing, we'll take, if we're making 14 karat gold, we'll take the 14 parts gold and then add these colored alloys. So if we want to make yellow gold, we can. If we want to make white gold, we can. And then we can also do it in platinum or sterling silver. Now most of the jewelry that you'll see here at this show, or that you sell at your store, will be in sterling silver. And you'll see a number on those meaning 925, which means 92.5% of that piece is actual silver, and the rest is alloyed with copper. And that copper helps you, or it helps the piece of silver not tarnish. It takes it long to tarnish and gives it strength as well. All right, let's move on to display and merchandising in your store. And Hope talked about this earlier. What I like to tell people is merchandising is 99% of jewelry should sell itself. But if you don't merchandise it properly, it's going to get lost in your store. Every way that I tell people to do it is to let your little area tell its own story. And if you come by my booth, you'll see how I have it set up. Every little section tells its own story here. Everything's centered to the middle. The bigger pieces are in the middle and spread out like so. And then this is an example of how one of my retailers have it in their store. Oh, and she's done the same thing. She's got nice bigger pieces in the middle, and it all sort of flows together. When you get jewelry from your different vendors, it's going to come packaged to you in different ways. You do not have to use that packaging if you don't want to. All these type of displays are available to you, but I tell people when you buy jewelry, buy enough jewelry that makes a presence. Everybody has a budget in their jewelry. So if your budget is $500, that's great. Buy enough jewelry that jewelry is going to be together and make a showing for that company that you represent. If your budget is $5,000, do the same thing. But what you do not want to do is buy one or two pieces of jewelry and say you've got jewelry from that company. It doesn't make a good representation. I also tell people the nice thing about jewelry is jewelry is one thing that you can put more jewelry in one spot and make more money than anything else. A 2 foot by 2 foot area of jewelry, you can put $2,000 worth of jewelry. You can't do that with boots. You can't do that with jeans. You can't do that with hats. Is there any questions anybody can ask? Okay. Thank you very much. You have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are the types of jewelry available in this market, the show?
Mostly at this show, you're going to be dealing with sterling silver or plated jewelry.
Is there like a typical first buy for someone when they're starting out in the jewelry in their store?
There is. It's depending upon the budget of your store. If your budget is $300, that's fine. If your budget's $500, that's fine. And talk to the vendor that you find jewelry from. There's plenty of vendors here to buy jewelry from. Talk to them and say, hey, I've got a $500 budget to deal with. What's your best sellers for those $500? What do you recommend? And I also tell stores, once you buy jewelry, buy something that's going to go to your low-end customer, buy something for your high-end customer, and buy something for your middle customer. Anybody else with a question?
Question.
Yeah.
What's I'm buying these that are with rhodium covered?
Excellent question.
Blah, blah, blah.
All silver jewelry that you will get here at this show should have a rhodium finish, is what it's called. A rhodium finish is just a liquid metal that we electroplate on top of a piece of jewelry. And we do it for one main reason, or two main reasons really. One, it helps protect the jewelry from being tarnished, like so. It gives a nice coating to it, but it also gives it a nice shine to it, a nice finish. So we use rhodium all the time in our white gold. We'll rhodium everything in white gold for that reason. But we also do it in silver to give it that extra piece of protection.
So it does not diminish the quality of the sterling?
No, rhodium is a very expensive. It comes in a pint bottle, and it ranges about $60 for a pint. So it's something that really makes the piece shine and adds quality to the piece of jewelry. If you're wearing a yellow gold wedding band and your center diamond is white, it's because it's been in rhodium. Most white gold that you wear, as you probably know, has a rhodium finish on top of it. We just do the same thing on top of silver. So.
Does that finish, the rhodium finish, does that eventually wear off at all, or does that stay
It does.
forever?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason we use it for sterling because it just slows down the tarnishing process. But when you wear jewelry, as you know, I don't care what kind of jewelry you have, something's going to wear, something's going to happen to it. It does with age, but it slows the process down. I mean, I tell my stores, if you're going to let your customer wear it to the barn every day and work in it, it's not going to look like they wore it. Well, it's not going to look like when they bought it. But if they wear it like they should, out in the evening or around the house, they're going to get a nice lifetime wear out of it with that finish on top of it. Yes, ma'am.
What kind of effect do jewelry cleaners have on that finish?
Well, that's a good question too. You cannot use like a saddle polish on there. You familiar with that? That'll wear that finish off. If you just take simple hot water, some ammonia, or Windex with ammonia in it, some Dawn dishwashing detergent, and put it all together and sort of rub it off with a toothbrush or something, and use a polishing cloth, a simple, soft, fluffy cloth, that'll help keep that shine. Truth of the matter is, if it sits in your store with this rhodium finish, hope this has been in, what, 2 years? And it looks like it was got there yesterday.
I mean, when they go buy those, you know, things at the store that are, say, jewelry cleaner in the jar, that.
Oh, the
that
dip.
substance is.
The dip doesn't hurt it at all, really. It has some of the basic principles of the ammonia in it. What you do not want to do is put an abrasive on it.
Right.
So, any other, yes, ma'am?